We're following breaking news from east of Ottawa this morning where the OPP say one officer has been killed, two others injured in an overnight shooting. Police say they were investigating a disturbance at a home in the village of Bourget. That's about 50 kilometers east of the capital.
The other two officers are in hospital. They say one person is in custody and there is no risk to public safety. So joining us live now with his reaction is CTV's Public Safety Analyst and former OPP Commissioner Chris Lewis. Chris, obviously, when you hear about something like this, it's obviously disturbing, but what do you think? What do you make of what happened here? What could have happened?
Well, it's disturbing for sure, Jen. Absolutely heartbreaking to hear 3 shot and 2 certainly hurt out of the woods, 1 fatally. I've heard some names already from some friends, but not confirmed. And some are names I recognize. So it's just so tragic. Once again, a disturbance of some sort. What does that mean? Is that a domestic disturbance? Is that a neighborhood fight between neighbors? Is that a family quarrel of some sort? But ultimately, police go to these situations time and time again. And of late, we've seen a number where it's resulted in gunfire. And that's something we just never expected over the becoming more and more prevalent.
And Chris, we've had these conversations time and time again about the fact that, when you're a police officer, when you arrive for duty and head out wherever you may be going, you don't know what that call is going to be like. But of course, we've had these disturbing, series of calls, especially over the last year, of police officers being attacked. And it's brought into question the idea of almost who's protecting the police as they're protecting us.
Absolutely. I mean, police officers protect each other. They certainly at times are protected by the public. The public tell them things that help save officers' lives and safety. And at times members of the public actually attempt to take lives, and sometimes they're successful in that. So it's, once again, as we've said before, Nick, SWAT teams, so to speak, ETF, TRU, they go out and they know what they're dealing with. They're dealing with a very dangerous call. But uniformed officers go to calls that they don't necessarily perceive by the information received that they're really in extreme danger, but that's what they face and that's what they have to react to.
And Chris, with this latest incident, one police officer killed, a total of 2 others injured. We're seeing, it seems like an unprecedented number of police killings over the past year. What do you attribute this? Is this a trend? Is this a fluke? What do you make of this?
I don't know, Jen. I really keep praying that it's just a bad year. We've had bad years in the past, and then it had many years that we had few, if any, officers killed. So, is this a trend? I'm really hoping it isn't. But certainly society as a whole seems more aggressive and more, whether it's a kind of fallout of the lockdowns or whatever, but, more domestic disturbances, more road rage incidents, and more violence against police. What does all that mean? Well, it'll take years to sort it out.
Yeah, and Chris, of course, you're a former OPP commissioner. On a day like this, a dark day like this, where you lose one of your own and 2 others are now in hospital, we don't really know their conditions. What unfolds in your role as commissioner? What would be happening? What would be happening at the OPP?
Well, the commissioner, if he's not there already, I'd be surprised, but he certainly would be there, as would other command staff from the region. They'll be meeting with families. Somebody had to tell family members the condition of their loved ones. There's a whole detachment that's in grief, having to deal with them. I don't know whether or not the suspect was hurt or killed. Don't know all those details yet. So is SIU involved? We really don't know. But the bottom line is there's a lot of kind of wheels in the air right now. A lot of things happening. All of it sad, all of it tragic, all of it difficult for everybody involved.
Yeah, a lot of details still to come today. I'm sure this won't be our last conversation. That is CTV's Public Safety Analyst and former OPP Commissioner Chris Lewis. Chris, thanks for the time this morning already.
Thank you.